I was talking to my therapist yesterday a lot about perspective and what that means to me and how it impacts my life. I have a lot of thoughts swirling around in my head right now, so I'm going to use you as an outlet. And if any of them stick with you, cool. A lot of times throughout my life, especially now that I'm in my late 20s, I find myself speaking very negatively about myself or my thoughts or just anything. For instance, I just came into my office to sit down and film this right now, and I literally thought to myself, God, I've been so unmotivated lately. I haven't been putting out good content. I'm slacking. When the reality is, I just got back from a week-long vacation, and before that, a 2-week-long vacation with the literal love of my life, and I was celebrating my birthday. And mind you, I was still making content. I was still enjoying doing this and posting. All of that to say, I'm kind of beating myself up for no reason. I found myself having a negative perspective when I could have like literally the most amazing positive perspective about all this. That immediate negative perspective that I had definitely came from my subconscious, but what I'm really excited about is the fact that I have recognized that I've been having a negative perspective. So now, even if I have those subconscious thoughts that come first to my head, I can sit there and correct myself and be like, okay, wait, what's the positive perspective on this? You might be sitting here thinking like, duh, Brynne, people say all the time, perspective is everything, especially when it comes to your mental health. But you know, sometimes you just really need to figure out things for yourself for them to actually stick. Like I remember when I was younger, anytime I would fly, I would get really bad diarrhea, and I always had to take Imodium, and I never really understood it until I was an adult, and then I sought out Imodium on my own, and I was like, yeah, this does work. That's a really bad example, but it makes sense in my head. Maybe a better example of that is the power of manifestation, or more specifically, what the power of manifestation is to me. You've probably heard in one way or another how good manifesting is for creating your dream life. I heard that all the time, and I even told other people that all the time, but in my head, I hadn't like realized it for myself. I didn't know what manifestation meant for me, so I didn't know how to properly apply it and use it. But now I know that, at least for me, I don't know, I'm not a professional in any of this, but for me, manifestation is believing that you are already living the life that you want to be living. Like if you are someone who is super active, you tell yourself, I'm super active, so what would a super active person do right now? I would be going to the gym. For me, recently, I wanted to have my shit together a little bit more, so when I got back from my trip, I was playing this little game in my head, and I kept repeating, I'm a type A person. So I was going about getting home, and I wanted to shower and unpack a little bit, so I kept telling myself, I am a type A person, and within doing that, I was doing all the things that a type A person would do. And it was making me a type A person. This can work in so many other ways too. Like say you want to maybe not be so reactive to certain